Ostwind. Zurzeit in Berlin-Marzahn 16 und in Eiskeller 18 Grad, in Prenzlau 12 und in Carlau 14 Grad. Morgen nach sonnigem Beginn teils dichte...
Tiger Vlog in Berlin. I'm waiting for Chris, and today, two things. Number one, got to explain to you what these guys are all about. Number two, me and Chris are going on a mission. Tonight's the live stream, and we need a monitor, so we have to pick that up, and we're going to swing by the place where I teach, because Chris has built an amazing app for me with Excel, and that's connected to these little guys here. So when I teach, there's a lot of group work involved, and getting my students into the right groups, so we quickly have, you know, these guys together, get these guys together, quickly get these guys together, and get these together. If it happened that quickly, everything will be amazing, but it doesn't. Students enter the classroom, you're not quite sure how many you have. There's 16 here, so this is a great situation. 4 groups of 4. But what about when you have 17 students, 5 groups? 17 students, 4 groups. And then 2 more come in, so now you've got 19 students, 5 groups. The mental maths is hard enough. Never mind things to do with balancing the groups, maybe getting people of the same ability together, or maybe separating people, so we have stronger students being spread out between the groups. Maybe you want different skill sets mixed together, and to be able to do that in an automated way. So it's a click of a button, you know? Excel has the power to do that. And that's what Chris built for me, and that's what we want to show you today. There he is. So monitor first.
Yes, that's the priority because we need that for the live stream. Because getting students into the right size groups at the right tables ready to take on a task is not easy.
You'll get 10 seconds grace. You'll get 10 seconds to grab people's... Everyone turns up hoping to be impressed. We don't want to be spending that time giving out handouts, you know, taking registers very manually, etc, etc. We want to minimise that.
Off we go to Media Markt.
Media Markt.
In Berlin.
Gonna check out the monitors.
There's the monitor. Yeah.
Sweet.
Quite a sweet deal on that.
Yeah.
I believe it shows a certain lack of respect, possibly, for the learning experience of the students if you just kind of randomly put them into groups. Like, oh, you work with him, you two work with them. If you're going to ask them to stay in that group for an hour, to maybe be communicating, to working, and you've not really given any regard really to how the groups are formed, other than they happen to be near each other.
Yeah.
I don't know. To me, it would be nice to show that you've put some thought into it, so the students think there's some rationale behind the groups you're putting them in. This is where I work. It's a medium-sized University of Applied Sciences. I teach English here, applied English, things they can use in everyday life. Less grammar, more communication-based activity. You give them challenges to overcome. They have to convince someone to buy their product, explain somebody how something works. That means group work. You can't do it individually. And if you restrict the communication just to teach a student, that's what, 1 or 2 minutes per lesson per student. But group work is a nightmare to organise. I asked Chris to find a system, develop a system that would help me do this. That's what I did. So this is the kind of space that I teach in. Here we've got a setup for 16. Come in, they sit down randomly, wherever they want to sit down with their friends. As they're coming in, I'm stood here with the laptop, but I pretty much know their names hopefully. Or I can ask them as they come in, and I click it on Chris's tool that he's made me. Then it's going to generate groups. The groups would then be projected on there. So then they see their name, and it says number 1, group 1, the names, and now say, so you guys, you're heading to this table, group 2 is there, group 3 there, group 4 is there. And then they move around and they sit in their group.
Talk about click of a button functionality. You click it, but of course you can click and look at a configuration. If it's not what you want, then you can regenerate that configuration. And there must be a sense of anticipation from the students. In a second, the group's going to flash up. Who am I going to work with? You know, there's not going to be any awkward kind of social pressure about deciding who to work with. It's all decided.
That's a really good point. It's stressful for students to get form groups of 4. You know, that's a difficult. There's social pressures involved there,
particularly in the multicultural setting.
And there's that.
it takes the dullness, the annoyingness out of group work. There's a lot of resistance against group work from learners and teachers. It's often perceived as a wannabe cool activity implemented by teachers that doesn't really deliver. And I think a lot of that is to do with the difficulty of organising it. If you remove that difficulty, suddenly you allow group work to shine.